Yet again, Naomi Campbell stole the show at Paris Fashion Week. The 51-year-old runway veteran trod the boards of Lanvin's flower-themed collection Sunday to screams from guests in a dramatic black cloak. Here are some highlights of the day's 2022 spring collections. Flowers are a natural touchstone for spring. Lanvin was the latest house to use florals this season, designer Bruno Sialelli employing them with aplomb. It gave vibrancy, humor and a contemporary feel to this fresh morning collection. Gently structured garments, which were crisp but moved fluidly, made sure the collection began with a minimalist mood. Following that came the historic touches that are necessary for the heritage-conscious brand, the world's oldest continuously running fashion house. Glistening sequin panels on chiffon dresses were drawn from a 1934 dress named Concerto. But it was when the vibrant blooms appeared that the real fun came out. The first flower on the runway was in the form of an oversized bracelet then, as a print, blossoming in yellow, across a funky short suit. A black and yellow blown-up flower print was ubiquitous, an image executed in blurred focus. It gave the spring musing a harder, urban edge. Florals on an on-trend bikini top provided a stylish burst of color from beneath a vanilla suit jacket.
One pastel grey gown had so many blue flower appliques that they actually spilled over, cross-pollinating onto the model's bare chest as stick-on brooches. It still feels, however, as if there is some way to go before anyone can fill the shoes of longtime Lanvin designer and icon Albert Elbaz, who died last year. The setting, the Parvis des Droits de l'Homme, was symbolic. The square was the place where the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was first adopted in 1948. And this event was the big return by L'Oréal to Paris Fashion Week with a show against street harassment and in support of female empowerment. As in its previous 3 seasons, the house executed a glitzy display featuring stars such as actress Helen Mirren and Game of Thrones actor Nikolai Coster-Waldau. It was open to the public and broadcast to over 30 countries. While the cosmetics giant deals with makeup and staging, the fashions are left to the professional designers. Behind the sparkling looks were Balmain, the-heist, Muggle and i-miss-your-spritualism, as well as a selection of emerging houses such as cloakHere. L'Oréal is on message with equality. But it has not always been. In 2020, transgender model and actress Munro Bergdorf jumped on L'Oréal's #Blackout Tuesday posts to accuse the beauty brand of hypocrisy for having fired her 3 years ago when she complained about racism in strong language. Bergdorf, who was sacked as L'Oréal UK's first openly transgender model in 2017 for decrying the racial violence of white people, later accepted a role as consultant on the UK Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Board to help influence and inform the brand. Colour, crispness and looseness were the key ingredients for Paul Smith. For spring, the British fashion icon went back to the decade of optimism, the glorious 90s. It made for a vivid show that felt fresh and young, even if bringing back the time as a vintage reference made some fashionistas feel old. Striped silk bandanas, blown-up check shirts and tight coffee jackets with round shoulders and flared pants evoked the era of Britpop. Yet, other garments went artistic, such as a knit sweater and pants that sported geometric yellow squares evoking paint of Pete Mondrian.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.